Today we're going to be doing front end work on my Nissan Titan. I've got a lot going on, so let's jump right into it. So I'm going to be changing out these upper ball joints, these struts, and over on this side is the tie rod end. I'm not really sure what happened here exactly. They look to be of the same dimension, but as you can see, this boot is a little different and this boot is a little different. This one has a larger head on it, this one has a smaller head. Both of them are bigger than the original, but they appear to be the same. This one just looks like it has slightly higher quality manufacturing. Guess we'll see which one's better, this one or this one. I gotta hand it to Nissan. I love that they're almost everything here. There's only like 3 different sizes. Because I am replacing the ball joints, replacing this and replacing this, I'm just gonna whack this with a hammer and have it pop out. I might use one of those puller things if I was more concerned about preserving this joint, but this joint is busted and this joint is busted and these struts are busted. I don't know if you can see very well, but there's a lot of rust. These struts have completely rusted out. I think they're the factory struts, so excited to change those out, fix those up, and get those off. Yeah, this tie rod is junk. Alright, that's exactly what we wanted. Lower ball joint seems to be in good working order. So we're not going to worry about the lower ball joint right now. Also, I don't have the parts. This one's actually not too bad. I'm going to change it anyway because this boot is torn and this really needs to not be torn. We'll just clean some of this up a little bit. Ball joint puller press. I guess it's just a press. Other way, there we go. You need the length, right? You need to have a pretty good amount of length, and it's got to be really, really strong. This, super important. Do not forget to pull this out. That's so important. Like I said, if you leave it in there and you try and press it out, you're going to ruin everything. Now put it on here. We've got our 22 that fits on the end of this press, which is super convenient because that's the same size as all the other stuff. And there we are. There's our ball joint pressed out. This one is a sealed one, but when this boot breaks, it's no longer sealed. So it's really important to get these replaced. This one is really not that bad, but like I said, the boot broke, so we're not gonna mess with it any more than we already have. We're just gonna change it out. We're gonna put one that has a grease fitting in it so that we can continue to grease it and make it nice. These are my new struts. They are nice and black. This one has a few more coils than this one. I don't know if that'll be worse or better. Ultimately, to be honest, I'm going for slightly softer suspension. So I think the fewer coils will be nicer in the long run. But these shocks are rock solid. And I don't need rock solid shocks. The way this car is set up, it has a strut style connector, but changing this strut does not affect the alignment of the car like it does in some other vehicles. I've got a nut down here. I've got 3 up at the top. This bolt, important, don't lose it. And this should just slide right out, just like that. Old rusty shock. And you want to put this in the same way the other one came out. So just make sure that you've got it oriented correctly. This gives you important things like torque specs, stuff like that. Find your torque specs, torque it down. Clicky click. This has been pressed down to where the gap in between the arm and the ball joint is gone. So that's exactly what you want. Newly installed ball joint. It's almost like magic. Get this nut on. There we go. Get it on 2 or 3 threads, and then we'll get the wrench, tighten it down some more. And then we're going to actually right now. We're going to find the upper ball joint torque specs. 58 foot-pounds. All right, and then we can just take down the legs. Okay. There. Cotter pin. All right, ball joint set. We just need to pull this one off, put the new one on, and then we're done. Grease fitting. There we go. Just nice and snug. This one should be relatively easy. This is our replacement. We want to get it as close back to where it was before as we can. So. This nut is part of the tie rod, the inner tie rod. The end does not come with a new nut for this thing. So be careful not to damage that. Okay, our new tie rod end is in.